discussions on the cashless policy.
Following a motion on a matter of urgent public importance on Tuesday, the House of Representatives constituted an ad hoc committee led by the House leader to find out reasons for the shortage of the redesigned Naira notes across the country. The Central Bank of Nigeria and managing directors of Nigerian banks were invited to a meeting on Wednesday, but no official of the CBN honored the invitation, and the meeting was rescheduled to Thursday. Ahead of the meeting during Thursday's plenary, this is how the Speaker reacted.
If by the end of today there is further disregard to the summons of this House, I will not hesitate to issue a warrant to the Inspector General of the Nigerian Police to compel the attendance of the CBN and or managing directors who fail, refuse, or neglect to respond to the summons by the House of Representatives. The House is also aware that Section 20, subsection 3 of the Central Bank of Nigeria Act mandates the CBN to redeem the face value of the recalled currency upon demand, even after the expiration of the notice of recall.
While plenary continued, the committee members moved to the meeting venue to await representatives of the Central Bank and other Nigerian banks. After 2 hours of waiting, the commercial bank operators were seated, but no representative from the CBN was in sight.
Somewhere, somehow, there is a dark horse behind this agenda, and will not allow a dark horse to continue to drag the success of our electoral process. No one individual can be greater than Nigeria, and nobody can be above the law. So it is the position of the committee that we will recommend to the Speaker to quickly initiate and engage the necessary instrumentality of the law to compel the governor of the central bank to appear before this honorable House for and on behalf of the House of Representatives and on behalf of Nigerian people.
In their submissions, the banks say they are not receiving the new notes as much as the old notes they deposit with the CBN. Back in the chamber, lawmakers argue for and against a bill to regulate donor agencies.
Sometimes the donor agencies that send this money might not really be, not in all cases, in some cases, might not really be for the purpose of development. They can also send this money to promote terrorism, which can further increase the level of insecurity in the country. So that's why it's also good for us to monitor how this money comes in and how it is utilized.
Who are these international donors? USAID, UKID, UNICEF, DFID, United Nations, European Union, OAU, and all whatnot. Is that whom you want to go to control?
Some of the NGOs going to rent a house, a hotel, for 3-4 years, 10 years. What are they telling you? This crisis should not end. We are here. That's the intention. And they will go to places where Nigerian troops and other Nigerians cannot reach. How do they get to that kind of level of arrangement?
The bill eventually scales second reading. Meanwhile, following reports that over 3 million Nigerian students are unlikely to vote in the general elections due to scheduled examinations, the House of Representatives is calling for an adjustment in the examination timetable.
Concerned that these students, who constitute 40.8% of the newly registered voters, have their polling units sited in states outside their campuses, thereby necessitating traveling outside their respective institutions to vote in the 2023 general elections. Further concerned that tertiary institutions are not considering academic breaks for students during the general elections.
Lawmakers are also asking the Independent National Electoral Commission to ensure that every registered student gets their PVC. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television.